Right now, town of Madison police are asking the community to stay alert as they promise more details on a murder investigation today.
Plus, we're taking a look at how decreases in meat production will impact your next trip to the grocery store and to the drive-thru.
And sunshine and warmer temperatures are back in the forecast, at least for a little bit. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, good Wednesday morning, everybody, and a happy National Nurses Day to all of our healthcare workers out there. We appreciate you. It's May 6th. I'm Chris Stanford.
I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Let's see what's developing this morning. Town of Madison police are expected to give an update on the recent homicide during a Zoom press conference today as they continue to search for a suspect at large. It comes after what they call a brutal shooting near Rimrock Road Monday night along Badger Lane. The medical examiner's office is identifying the victim as 48-year-old Antonio Shaw. Police believe this was targeted, but say the community should still be concerned and vigilant as the suspect is still out there. Here's what neighbors had to say.
I think it's sad that it's happening here, but it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, it seems like it's been happening more frequently.
Right now, police are asking for neighbors' security footage from that night, along with helping them identify others who were on the scene. Anyone with information can call Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
President Trump says his administration will begin to phase out the coronavirus task force.
We're looking at phase 2, and we're looking at other phases. The country's starting to open up. The task force has done a phenomenal job. I think that as far as the task force, Mike Pence and the task force have done a great job, but we're now looking at a little bit of a different form, and that form is safety and opening, and we'll have a different group probably set up for that.
Vice President Mike Pence confirmed to reporters the White House is having conversations about when the timing would be right to disband the task force. Key medical experts will continue advising President Trump on a daily basis. Those experts will still be accessible to the press throughout the coming months.
At least 43 states have now partially reopened their economies while protests continue in others. Protesters in Raleigh, for example, are demanding North Carolina gets back to business. Phase 1 of reopening that state's economy could start as soon as Friday. Meantime, restaurants in Florida are opening with restrictions. Experts say the opening up of America has led to an increased death toll projection, though, with 134,000 Americans now expected to die if strict measures like social distancing are eased.
This rise of mobility in the last week or 10 days is likely leading to some increased transmission.
And in New York City, crews are shutting down and sanitizing subways every night. More than 200 people are still dying every day in New York. However, there are some signs of improvement. 911 call centers in New York say that the requests for ambulances have gone down nearly 50%. More than 1 million people across the nation right now are infected with COVID-19. 69,000 have died.
Here in Wisconsin, some cities are trying to hire ahead of a potential reopening of the state, but that's proving to be difficult. With summer right around the corner, the city of Green Bay needs to hire hundreds of seasonal employees for its park system, but it's not clear when parks will be allowed to open, and that's leaving a lot of questions for both the city and its staff.
We have noticed a drop in applications, and I think mainly because of the uncertainty.
Definitely been a challenge in a sense where the unknown, of course. You know, people don't, are we opening, are we not? Are we starting in June? Are we starting in July?
There is a big economic component here, of course. If Green Bay's Bay Beach doesn't open this May, the city will lose $500,000 in revenue. Senator Tammy Baldwin is calling on the president's administration to give Wisconsin farmers access to the Paycheck protection program. Farmers say they've been struggling to gain access because of eligibility regulations.
We're pleading with the Secretary of Treasury, the administrator of the Small Business Administration to change the rules so that our farms can qualify based on revenue from the year before rather than net profits from the year before.
Senator Baldwin's call to action comes as farmers face problems due to backups and shutdowns in food processing plants across the country. The CDC reports nearly 5,000 COVID-19 cases among meat processing facilities in the U.S., with nearly 24 deaths. More than 700 of those cases come from employees at a Tyson Foods meat factory in Perry, Iowa. And Iowa Department of Public Health, well, their report out says that that's more than half of the factory's workforce. Earlier this week, nearly 900 workers were also confirmed to have the virus at a Tyson's food plant in Indiana. Meantime, the JBS meat plant in Green Bay is among those that faced a temporary closure due to an outbreak of the virus. It infected about a quarter of its workforce. Now, that plant will resume meat processing this morning. JBS restarted operations yesterday with reduced staff. JBS says all of its employees will be tested for the virus before returning to work. JBS voluntarily closed down last week, but the president is now requiring beef, pork, and poultry facilities to reopen.
Those factory shutdowns are going to impact you the next time you head to the grocery store. Starting today, more stores are putting meat limits on their products.
These processors are only able to produce about 40% lower than what we were producing at the same time last year.
Shortages are pushing prices up, with wholesale prices of pork and beef up nearly 60%. Starting today, each customer at Hy-Vee will be limited to 4 packages of a combination of fresh beef, ground beef, pork, and chicken. Costco and Kroger stores are also limiting how much meat their shoppers can buy. And the restaurant industry also feeling that meat shortage. 1 in 5 Wendy's locations is out of beef this morning. About 1,000 of the chain's 5,500 U.S. locations are no longer serving hamburgers. Wendy's says this is because their products require fresh protein sources.
Coming up on 6:06 right now, where's the beef and where's the warmth, Hattie? I tell you what, this week hasn't been quite so nice after last weekend.
Yeah, you certainly can't just look at the calendar and get dressed that way, can you? The weather forecast really not making it feel much like May. Here's yesterday's temperature trend in the afternoon. We only managed to squeak into the low 50s for a couple of hours. It was generally a pretty chilly day across southern Wisconsin. Now, unfortunately, those chilly conditions are expected to continue. Here's the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook issued by the Climate Prediction Center, and it is indicating that colder than normal temperatures are expected across the northern tier of the United States. That warmer air really locked into those southern states for the time being. And this is why the jet stream is often the boundary between the warm air mass and the cold air mass. And with that jet stream sinking to our south, that means we're on the cold side of things. Nothing really happening to change the pattern of the jet stream over the next couple of days. Here's Friday morning, and you can see just another batch of cold air moving in out of Canada. Things do start to change up, though, by the middle and second part of next week. We'll start to see that jet stream shift, a ridge of high pressure building out to the west, allowing some of that warmer air to move into southern Wisconsin. So if you're looking forward to warmer temperatures, just have to be a little patient. They'll arrive by late next week. Here's a look this morning, our WICTV sky camera shot. Beautiful shot. The sun kind of made a little bit blurry there with those high-level clouds in the area. Those cirrus clouds are with us this morning. They'll stay in the area through the day today. Temperatures are still dropping, though. We're now just a degree away from the freezing point here in Madison. 33 degrees, 32 in the Dells, 32 as well in Watertown. Our future track forecast model says sunshine giving way to a few more clouds as we head towards the lunch hour. Temperatures, though, will be climbing into the 60s today. Should top right around 64 here in Madison. Can't ignore these little green spots showing up. A few isolated showers will be possible this afternoon, but most areas are likely to stay dry. Your extended forecast has temperatures that will be definitely on the cold side of things heading into the upcoming weekend. We've issued an alert day in the forecast for Friday night into Saturday morning. A hard freeze is possible with lows dropping into the 20s.
Yeah, cover those plants or at least bring them inside. Thanks, Hattie. New research shows the coronavirus has actually been circulating globally since late last year. Researchers say that makes it more difficult, if not impossible, to locate patient 0 for any particular outbreak, according to The Hill. The findings also take away hope that doctors have held on to for any built-in immunity that may have existed if the virus had been circulating under the radar for a longer period of time. And there's a new poll out this morning from Reuters and Ipsos that shows strong support among Americans for receiving the coronavirus vaccine. 3/4 of Americans say that they'd take it at some point. 9% say that they would take it as soon as it becomes available. And when asked to choose what would make them feel comfortable enough to take it, 40% said FDA approval, 38% said extensive peer-reviewed clinical trials, another 38% said once most of the public takes it and the vaccine proves safe, 6% said that they would take it after a family or friend took it, and that same number said that they would take it if President Trump were to endorse the vaccine.
All right, today marks the start of Nurses Week, and there are lots of restaurants and retailers thanking our frontline workers with some freebies this morning. If you're a nurse or any kind of healthcare worker, Chipotle giving out free burritos today. You just need to sign up on the company's website. Dunkin' is offering a free hot or iced coffee and a free donut to all healthcare workers. And the app Talkspace is giving a free month of therapy to all doctors, nurses, social workers, and frontline workers. Amazon is also offering a number of free Kindle books on its website. Pretty neat.
All right, 10 minutes past the hour right now. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic this morning. A few more delays popping up along John Nolan and East Washington Avenue. Still some delays up near the airport. Wider look right now, Dane County, no crashes or major delays to talk about. We'll take a look at your drive times right now. There's a closer look. 25 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton. All right, still ahead for us on this Wednesday morning, why the European Union says they're expecting a historic recession in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic.
And how about a little bit of good news that's non-COVID related? Those robocalls coming into your phone might be on a downward trend.
I hate those robocalls.
Who doesn't?
Get those all the time. Good to hear they're down. So it is 6:10, folks. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you are hanging in there and doing well this morning. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Call us at OK Heating and Air Conditioning.
Call AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Madison area.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. Over the past 89 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When you do something for so long, you tend to get pretty good at it. And we will continue that fight for justice every day in towns throughout Wisconsin. Habish, and Rotier.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
With Mother's Day just around the corner, now's your chance to show Mom how much she means to you with a gift she'll love from Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like this closeout women's Carhartt Force shirt, just $24.99. Get $100 off this KitchenAid stand mixer. This insulated lunch tote set is just $12.99 while supplies last. Assorted Farm and Fleet chocolates are just $3.49 each. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place to relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life. While we're temporarily closed, you can still purchase Needed Relief instant gift cards online. The perfect Mother's Day gift that she or anyone will cherish when we reopen.
It's exactly what I needed.
The world may be shut down, but Mother Nature won't wait. Normal wear and tear on your home won't wait either. So if you need a home improvement, we're here to help. With exclusive offers to save you money on roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and design services, all with zero down, 0% interest, and no monthly payments for 6 months. Plus free virtual consultations from the comfort and safety of your own home. Visit fryconstruction.com for exclusive money-saving offers and contact us today.
Welcome back to some breaking news at 6:13 this morning. The European Union says they are now predicting a, quote, recession of historic proportions this year. In the first official forecast of the damage dealt on the EU's economy, the 27-nation group says they expect to see their economy shrink by 7.5% this year. They say next year they only expect their economy to grow by 6%. That means it could take several years for economies to fully recover. Nations that use their euro as their currency are expected to take an even even bigger economic hit.
Disney is moving forward to reopen one of its parks after announcing a significant drop in profits. Disney's profits plunged 91% last quarter after its parks closed for the pandemic. This even though sales were up to $18 billion in the first quarter. Shanghai Disney is aiming to reopen its resort at a limited capacity this coming Monday already. There's no word on when its U.S. parks will reopen.
Norwegian Cruise Line says that they may not set sail again if they can't raise the money to weather the pandemic. The company says it has substantial doubt about the ability to stay in business. Right now, Norwegian plans to borrow money and try to raise some more, but it still may not be enough to keep the business afloat. Virgin Atlantic says it'll cut more than 3,000 workers. The airline will shut down operations at London's Gatwick airport as well. Virgin Atlantic says it continues to explore all available options right now for additional external funding and does remain in talks with stakeholders and the British government.
Developing this morning, retailer Nordstrom says it will permanently be closing 16 of their stores as they look to restructure and cut costs. Reuters reports the company restructure will include changes to support roles and corporate organization. These moves are estimated to save about $150 million in costs. Nordstrom is also currently taking steps toward reopening its stores in states where restrictions are easing.
Zillow says its employees can work from home for the rest of the year. Co-founder and CEO Rich Barton says Zillow employees will have the flexibility to choose where they want to work through the end of 2020, whether it's at their house or anywhere else. Barton says he believes working from home, quote, will have a lasting influence on the future of work from home.
If you use the rideshare app Lyft, heads up, some changes are coming. They're going to pause its carpool option, and they're going to unveil a new program called Wait and Save. Lyft riders can now opt for a longer wait time to be picked up and pay a lower fee. The company says the changes are due to COVID-19. Now, before the pandemic, Lyft allowed customers to share rides with other people for a cheaper fare, but with distancing rules, the company has temporarily nixed that program. Lyft says the new Wait and Save option is rolling out in 90 cities this week. The company's spokesperson said the wait times and prices of the rides will vary by time of day and location. And a bit of a silver lining here to the pandemic this morning. The number of robocalls that people got in the U.S. last month was at its lowest in 2 years. That's according to robocall prevention service UMail. It's mostly because international call centers are shut down right now. The government has also been working to stop COVID-19 related scams. This isn't just a minor jump here. Listen to this. April calls were down nearly 3 billion a month compared to October.
Hallelujah.
Keep that going. That's a trend I want to see.
Right. If you're looking for more interaction with a real human, though, the dating app Tinder is rolling out an update that lets its users connect face-to-face. A new in-app video chat will be out later this year. Tinder parent company Match says it recognizes single folks are adjusting their behaviors amid the pandemic, with many shifting to phone and video dates. Pretty interesting.
I agree. I don't know much about Tinder and the dating apps, but sounds interesting.
Oh, well, I've been swiping left on that forecast this week because it has been kind of cold compared to last weekend. We got so spoiled.
I know. Last weekend was beautiful. At least we have the sunshine back in the area today. That'll help things a little bit. Temperatures should be warmer as well. Take a look at our temperature trend over the next 12 hours. We're in the 30s this morning. It's a little chilly outside if you're headed out for an early morning walk. Temperatures will climb quickly, though. By lunchtime, back almost to 60 degrees, and then we'll top in the mid-60s later on this afternoon with a light northwest wind. There are alert days in the forecast, though, Friday night into Saturday morning. Keep this time frame in mind. That is when we could see the coldest temperatures. We could be around the freezing point or a little bit below here in southern Wisconsin, so keep that in mind for Saturday morning. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at that weekend forecast. It does include Mother's Day on Sunday.
All right, Hattie, thank you. I'm tracking some new developments overnight on an investigation being led by Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. He and Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley have been leading a probe into Joe Biden's son Hunter and his relationship with Ukraine. Overnight, the office of the former President Obama criticized the senator's request for records from their office. According to the Washington Post, Obama's office said the investigation was, quote, a way to give credit to a Russian disinformation campaign. Joe Biden was in charge of relations with Ukraine during the Obama administration, while his son served on the board of a Ukrainian energy company. Obama's office did provide the records, hoping it would disprove any of those theories.
A retired farmer is finally earning his bachelor's degree this morning, almost 50 years after dropping out of college. Easily my favorite story of the morning. Dennis Ruhnke gained national attention last month when he donated an N95 mask to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Even though his wife has only one lung, he said the mask should go to a doctor or a nurse. Cuomo read the letter Runke wrote during a briefing as an example of the generosity he's seen during this coronavirus pandemic. To honor his deed, Kansas State University presented him with an honorary degree in agriculture. He was only 2 credits short of graduating when he left school in 1971 to care for his mother and his family farm after his father died.
What a selfless man right there.
You can tell in the way he lived his life back in 1971 doing good deeds.
You know, he's given up so much for others. The least that Kansas State could do to give him an honorary degree. Congratulations, sir, and thank you for everything you've done. And I love that he's wearing his overalls when they give him the award. I love that.
Staying true to form.
Exactly.
Very impressive.
Well done, sir.
Very well deserved. All right, 20 minutes past 6 o'clock and still ahead for us on this Wednesday morning. We'll show you the delicious looking winners of our Safe at Home Baking Challenge.
And in our next half hour, new testing locations are opening up across Wisconsin, including one in one of the most affected areas. We'll have the latest on increasing testing capabilities here in Wisconsin.
Stay with us at 6:20. We're going to be right back after a quick break.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Let's be honest, quitting smoking is hard. Like quitting every Monday hard. Quitting feels so big. So try making it smaller, and you'll be surprised at how easily starting small can lead to something big. Start stopping with Nicorette.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Our home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
More than 70 years ago, we at Festival Foods began serving this proud state, building strong relationships founded on trust, compassion, and our unwavering commitment to ensuring that you and your family feel at home every time you visit Festival Foods. It's times like these that remind us that family and home are what truly matter most. So we're using this moment just to let you know that Festival Foods is here for you, because family always looks after family. Be safe, Wisconsin.
I'm Joanne Jenkins with AARP. The coronavirus continues to affect us all, and we are here actively supporting you and your community. Every day, we're providing trusted information from top health experts, sharing tools to help protect families from fraud, and creating resources to support family caregivers everywhere. As always, you can count on AARP to advocate for you and your family. Join us and stay connected at aarp.org/coronavirus.
Mad City Baths can swap out your old bath for a new walk-in shower or walk-in tub in as little as 1 day. And now during our bath makeover event, get a new bath or shower system for only $49.95. Ask about great financing and call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. And ask about our virtual online estimates only from Mad City Baths.
Welcome back at 6:23 on a Wednesday morning. It is time to take a look at some of our entries for yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge.
Okay, so in case you can't tell, we asked you to make us all a little hungrier, show off a little bit with some pictures of your latest baking feat. Take a peek at this. These are a couple of our favorites.
Yeah, this construction season cake is our first runner-up. You can see it's a mint chocolate chip cake and all those construction vehicles digging right into the cake. What an awesome creation.
Truly, the fact that this is a runner-up is really impressive to me. Another runner-up, Take a peek at this. You might want to call the world record books for this gentleman. This is a giant homemade ice cream sandwich.
This is every
so
kid's
happy.
dream.
He's like, this is
That is huge.
Did he eat that whole thing?
I would.
I bet he'd try, but he thought he could. Okay, so here's this morning's winner. Oh, beautiful, right? A nice key lime pie, a very fancy one. Well done.
Instagram worthy right there.
Totally. You can tell that they've done that a time or two before, so congrats.
Yeah, congrats to today's winner. We're going to be sending you a gift card to a local business.
All right, well, yesterday's challenge was for the bakers. This one is for the grill masters. We want to see what you've been cooking up lately.
Ooh, I could go for some steak, some ribs, maybe a burger. Whether it's gas, charcoal, or wood fire, just head to our website. It's super simple. channel3000.com/safe-at-home to send in your submissions.
Little grill off. Why not? Are you any good at grilling?
I'm decent. Yeah. Decent, yes.
Trying to fit in with the younger kids
Probably
over
not.
here.
Probably not. No, not bad. You grilled up a T-bone the other day?
I did. It turned out pretty nice. I'm very picky. I need it to be medium rare. Everybody always does well. I killed it.
Nice.
A little bit of butter, salt and pepper.
Simple.
Killed it, Hattie. Killed it.
Nice job. Well, it's kind of a grilling forecast today. It's definitely going to be a little warmer than it was yesterday. Nice shot from the Edgewater Skycam early this morning. Sun is up. Skies are mostly clear. We just have a little high-level cloudiness right now. Should be clear skies through the midday hours, and then a few more clouds moving in for the afternoon, but high temperatures will reach 64 degrees. Taking a peek at that weekend forecast, dry on Saturday. However, there's a storm system that will be moving through the area late Saturday into Sunday. It's likely going to bring some rain to southern Wisconsin. You see there on the map, though, the Northwoods could even see a few snowflakes from this particular system. Hard to believe as we head into Mother's Day.
Thank you very much, Hattie. Stay with us. Take a peek at that sunrise. Grab your cup of coffee. Join us for our last half hour. It's coming up after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
Garden mats eliminate 90% of the time spent working in the garden and increase a garden's productivity by 10 to 20%. Garden mats let air and water through, but block sunlight. The pre-measured holes make planting a breeze. We help people grow 100% organic vegetables, weed-free. Garden mats give us our summers back to do the things we love. Go to gardenmats.com.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
It's time to gear up for spring with help from your neighbors at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have great deals on Miracle Grow potting mix so you can enjoy beautiful blooms all summer long. Right now, Blaine's Rewards members get a $10 Farm and Fleet gift card with every $50 you spend on Scott's Mulch and Miracle Grow mixes. Buy online, pick up at drive-thru only. Place your order at farmandfleet.com or at our mobile app and leave the heavy lifting to us in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Wisconsin is one of those certain places with certain people who do a certain thing better than anyone else, anywhere. In Wisconsin, we dream in cheese. Look for our badge. It's on everything we make.
Right now, the fate of the governor's Safer at Home order could be decided today. We'll tell you what happens next if it's shot down.
And it's going to feel a little bit more like May today. I'll have the full forecast in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's May 6th. I'm Chris Stanford.
Glad to have you with us this morning. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Developing right now, we could see a ruling from the state Supreme Court as soon as today after hearing arguments about the extension of Governor Evers' Safer at Home order. The state legislature filed the lawsuit weeks ago, arguing the DHS secretary designee doesn't have the authority to extend it. If Republicans win, they want a 6-day stay of the order so they can work with the Evers administration on what comes next. Meaning if Republicans win and get the stay, the earliest the order would be lifted would be around May 12th. That order, as it is now, is set to expire May 26th.
All right, for the third day in a row, we are seeing a decline in the rate of positive cases in Wisconsin. This is the most recent data from the Department of Health Services. It says Tuesday's tests came back with 9% of them positive. That's down from 10% on Monday, 11% on Sunday. A reminder, we need to see a 14-day downward trend to start the reopening process under Governor Evers' plan. Now, here's a look at some of the other criteria that need to be met, and we've met 2 of them so far. There has been a downward trajectory of flu-like illnesses and a downward trend of cases among healthcare workers. These are really helpful graphics, folks. You can find them up on channel3000.com.
Well, a new COVID-19 testing site will open up today in one of the hardest hit counties in Wisconsin. Brown County officials say the secondary site will open downtown at the Casa Alba Melanie Hispanic Center in Green Bay. It'll offer drive-up tests with minimal contact between healthcare workers and patients. A similar test site opened up at the Rush Center last Thursday. Nearly 1,500 people have been tested there since. National Guard members will be helping out at the new location. Brown County has seen more than 1,500 confirmed cases of the virus. That's the second most in the state behind Milwaukee County.
Rock County has more than 300 confirmed cases and 9 deaths, but one city there is seeing a disproportionate number. Beloit makes up 2/3 of the county's cases, despite only making up about 1/4 of the county's population. The county's health department says they should peak there sometime in early June, with a projected total of more than 3,500 cases.
Dane County's state of emergency will now run through at least July 15th. This makes the county eligible for state and federal funding to get reimbursed for what's spent to fight the pandemic. County Executive Joe Parisi says the county's already spent $20 million. Those funds are helping the homeless population, farmers markets, food banks, small businesses, and contact tracers.
A global alliance is pledging $8 billion this morning to develop vaccines and treatments for the coronavirus, but the U.S. isn't part of it. The European Commission, along with leaders from the UK, Canada, Italy, Japan, and Saudi Arabia, are leading the pledge drive. NPR reports the World Health Organization had called for global collaboration to defeat the virus. This is the second time, though, the U.S. has recently skipped an international meeting. The Trump administration didn't attend a different session on the virus in late April because the WHO organized it.
And because of the pandemic, 1/4 of Airbnb employees will soon be out of work. That comes out to about 2,000 people. Airbnb has raised $2 billion in capital, but cutting costs hasn't been enough to prevent the layoffs. Company CEO says its 2020 revenue will likely be less than half of what it booked last year. Folks who are laid off will get 14 weeks of base pay from the company, plus an extra week for every year that they've worked for the company. They'll also get subsidized health care coverage for 1 year through COBRA. The Justice Department is filing its first fraud charges related to the Paycheck Protection Program. The FBI says 2 New England men have claimed to have dozens of employees on their payroll at 4 different businesses, but those businesses weren't operating before the pandemic started and didn't have any salaried workers. The men are alleged to have requested a combined $535,000 in loans.
American children of undocumented immigrants are suing to get help from the $2 trillion federal relief package. The class action lawsuit is on behalf of 7 kids ranging in age from 7 months to 9 years old. The CARES Act is giving money to millions of taxpayers who use their Social Security number, but it doesn't give money to folks using their individual taxpayer ID number. Many undocumented immigrants use that number.
15 kids are in the hospital this morning in New York with symptoms of a rare illness that could be linked to coronavirus. Health officials say the kids are between the ages of 2 and 15. They all have symptoms of Kawasaki disease. It's a serious illness associated with fever and skin rashes. In the UK, kids have sometimes developed the disease after getting the common cold. Kawasaki can pop up weeks to months later after recovering from some kind of viral infection.
Very scary.
6:34 right now. Yesterday, kind of a dreary day, but we really didn't get too much rainfall.
No, not here in Madison, but there was some accumulated precipitation south and west of the city as expected. A couple tenths of an inch of rain yesterday for mainly southwestern Wisconsin. Most of the area, though, especially to the north, stayed dry. Here's a look at the radar map this morning. We'll zoom it out around the area, and you can see pretty darn quiet across Minnesota, even Iowa. A few sprinkles falling apart there this morning. Nothing showing up on the radar map around Wisconsin. We have had some clouds passing through the area, mainly some high-level cirrus clouds. You can see that movement is to the south on those clouds, and they're really just falling apart as they move into southern Wisconsin. So we'll start the day with mostly sunny skies. Temperatures are actually a little bit warmer out to the west under some of those clouds. Minneapolis is close to 50 right now. Austin, Minnesota is 45. We're at 42 in La Crosse. Contrast that with Green Bay at 32 on the other side of the state. Here in southern Wisconsin, we have many locations, Madison included, that are close to freezing this morning. 33 here in Madison, 32 in the Dells, 32 as well in Watertown. Southwestern corner of the state, 39 in Platteville. Prairie du Chien is actually the warm spot with 40 degrees. Our future track forecast model shows you sunshine this morning. Temperatures will be climbing rather quickly, already back to almost 60 degrees by lunchtime, so a big improvement over yesterday by the noon hour. Look for a few clouds, maybe even a few spotty showers this afternoon. Highs should make it into the low to mid 60s. That's a little closer to normal for this time of the year. Any showers will fall apart as the sun sets. We're back to clear skies overnight tonight. Take a look at your extended forecast. You'll notice there is an alert day in the forecast for Saturday morning. That's when we could see a hard freeze. Temperatures will be in the upper 20s possibly by early Saturday. But in fact, the next several nights, starting Thursday night, you are at risk for some pretty chilly temperatures here in southern Wisconsin.
All right, thanks for the heads up, Hattie. A small college in northeast Wisconsin could be the first in the state to close because of financial struggles related to the coronavirus. Holy Family College in Manitowoc, formerly known as Silver Lake College, will hold its final classes this summer and will close by August 29th. That makes the class of 2020 the last to graduate from the institution. The Herald Times reports a drop in enrollment and fundraising challenges created financial troubles for the school. They'll start laying off workers June 13th and gradually laying off more employees through August 13th. College hopefuls may not need to take the ACT or SAT to get into UW schools. There is an exception for UW-Madison. The UW system is expected to ask the Board of Regents to suspend testing requirements for the next 2 years. The State Journal reports a growing number of universities are taking this step because of uncertainty during the pandemic. As for UW-Madison, it's unclear whether they requested the exclusion from the policy or if this is a UW system decision.
Parents, I'm sure you have some thoughts on that story and this story. Teens in Wisconsin can now skip the behind-the-wheel driving test to get their license. The DMV says it's behind on nearly 80,000 license requests right now, so this move is to help alleviate that. Teens do need their parents' permission to skip the test, and other requirements like driving hours are still in place. 98% of Wisconsin's teen drivers passed the 15-minute test within their first 2 tries. That's why the DOT says they're comfortable with this decision. Georgia was the first state to do this just last week.
What a time to be 16 years old right now, right? You don't have to worry about taking a driver's test, most likely.
I don't know about this.
You don't have to worry about the ACT or the SATs. Man.
The good old days.
Yeah, we all passed ours. We all passed our driving test the first time, including Josh.
And we had to walk uphill both ways to get there.
Heck yeah.
In the snow.
New overnight, the city of Madison will help fund a $37 million project to improve dangerous highway crossings on the city's southeast side. The State Journal reports the city council approved that agreement at their meeting last night. The Department of Transportation, along with the town of Cottage Grove and the Ho-Chunk Nation, plan to build a new diamond interchange with an overpass for Highway AB at the Highway 1218. Madison is expected to contribute $5.5 million to that project. All right, let's get to your traffic right now. Coming up on 6:39 this morning, and no crashes out there to report, but we do have a traffic alert for you coming up overnight tonight. We do have a couple of overnight closures. This is on Highway 11 and Racine Street on I-3990. The southbound off-ramp will be closed between midnight and 2 a.m., and the on-ramp right there as well to southbound I-3990 will be closed overnight as they continue construction in that area, so keep that in mind as you head out. All right, 6:39 right now. Let's take a live look outside on a Wednesday morning. Beautiful start to this hump day. It's going to be nice temperature-wise. Hattie's talking about some more showers and then a warm-up down the road. That's coming up in her first warm forecast.
And today marks the start of National Nurses Week. We're going to tell you how to score some free stuff for your loved ones in the healthcare industry as a way to say thank you. That's next on News 3 Now this morning.
Yeah, sure. I'm a home builder. I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those fancy schmancy carpets. You know, like those Smart Strand ones from Karastan that are just astonishingly soft to the touch. I'm more of a concrete floor guy myself. That fluffy stuff just doesn't do it for me. But hey, my clients, they love this fancy schmancy Karastan carpeting. So we go to Nuns.
Nuns. Kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo, those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Staying in touch has never been more important. So U.S. Cellular has extended its plan to waive data overage charges by 2 more months. Now through July 31st, no matter what plan you're on, you'll have the smartphone data you need and not be charged for any overages. That way, you can work from home, check the latest headlines, and stay in touch with family and friends without worrying about your bill. So even if you have to be apart, you can stay in touch. U.S. Cellular.
Spring is in the air. The birds are back. The days are warmer and spring blossoms are starting to pop. Beautiful, colorful, delicate flowers. This spring, let the outdoor living experts at the Bruce Company help you bring this season to life. Colorful plants, stylish garden art, and the latest trends in outdoor furniture. The Bruce Company has everything you need to start your spring off right. So what's your dream this spring? Find it at the Bruce Company on Parmenter Street in Middleton. Your outdoor living experts.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
On the next Live at 4, as if we don't have enough to worry about, we're talking murder hornets and how big of a threat they are.
And we'll head to the kitchen with Andrea Bailing. She checks out Paleo Mama Bakery.
When it seems the world is changing every day, you need the latest breaking news quickly without sacrificing accuracy.
Trust News 3 Now as your local source for the latest facts to help keep you and your family safe.
News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
All right, 6:42, time to take a minute and thank those folks on the front lines of the pandemic for their service.
Today marks the start of National Nurses Week. So for today's shout out, we want to thank this group of nurses at St. Mary's. They're holding up signs that say, please stay home. And if you look close enough, you can see they decorated their face shields with a marker to look like crowns. Today and every day, you all deserve the royal treatment. So thank you for everything you've done and are continuing to do to help keep our community safe.
Yes, thank you so much. Like the guy there shushing everybody, make sure you stay quiet in the halls. But really, thank you to all of our healthcare workers, especially our nurses on National Nurses Day.
Yeah, we can't say it enough. And a lot of companies are also stepping up this week to show their appreciation for nurses as well.
Dunkin' is giving out some freebies today. Any healthcare worker can get a free medium coffee and a donut as a way to say thanks. Most locations are open in our area with limited carryout and drive-through ordering.
Great Wolf Lodge in Wisconsin Dells also stepping up. The hotel is launching a Nights for Nurses promotion. For every room booked until May 12th, they're going to donate another room to a registered nurse, up to $10,000 total. If you'd like to get involved, just use the promotional code Thank You on the Great Wolf Lodge website, as if we needed another reason to book a room at Great Wolf Lodge or anywhere in the Dells.
Yeah, I know my kids have loved going there. But you got tourism season is about to start ramping up, and with all those businesses hurting right now.
Oh yeah.
For them to give back to the healthcare community at a time like this, I think says a lot about that organization. We also want to say thank you to one of our own this morning.
Ooh. Yeah, today marks Hattie's 20th anniversary here at News 3 Now. And to mark the occasion, we decided to pull out the archive tape of her practicing during her first summer here back in the year 2000. Take a look.
And as we head into tomorrow, thunderstorms tonight during the overnight hours, mainly after midnight. We'll look for a low temperature of 62 degrees. I did the clicker thing wrong.
You've gotten better with the clicker thing, Hattie. Since then, Hattie's started a family here in Madison while really becoming a part of our family here at the station. So, of course, Hats, we wanted to thank you for 20 years here, most of them waking up in these ridiculous early morning hours to give us all the weather before we start our day.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. 20 years is a long time, but it's gone by so quickly.
Look at all these pictures.
Yeah, so many memories. Oh my goodness.
We were watching your tape, Hattie, and just going through some of the old videos yesterday. Some with you and Susan Simon, some with you and Rob Starbuck.
Yeah. Where did you find that tape?
Hilarious. We literally had to bring out an old beta tape.
I know.
Which shows
when
how
I
long
started,
you've been.
the clicker was corded. It wasn't cordless. So that just gives you an example. Started when I was 12, by the way. So.
I think most people are just jealous of you and your patio, Hattie. That's what everyone always asks about when I'm out in public.
That's true.
That is true. Can't wait to get back out on that patio. And maybe the weather turning so that we can spend some more time on the patio eventually. We have sunshine in our forecast today. Our temperatures will be a little bit better than yesterday as well. Take a live look from the WIC-TV sky camera. Sun's up this morning. We have just some high-level cirrus clouds in the area. It is chilly, though. If you're headed outside early this morning, you'll definitely want a jacket. 33 here in Madison, down to 32 in the Dells, 34 in Watertown. Janesville's just a little bit warmer at 37 degrees. Temperatures over the next 12 hours will climb quickly today, though. We have the benefit of sunshine and highs in the mid-60s later on this afternoon. Just a slight chance for a few showers later today. You should know that there's an alert day in the forecast, though. A hard freeze is possible Friday night into Saturday morning. And if you have sensitive plants outside, you may want to consider starting to protect them Thursday night. That's when temperatures will start to drop into the 30s once again, and we close all the way into the first part of next week. So kind of an extended stretch of colder weather.
Well, Hattie, 20 years in this business is very impressive. 20 years at the same place, even more so. Get another 20 in you?
Oh, we'll see.
We hope so.
I don't know. We'll see. But I have no plans on going anywhere anytime soon.
All right, we'll take that. Coming up in the spread, a Supreme Court justice will hear cases today remotely, but not from home.
But first, it is May 6th, and we want to say happy birthday to Allie and Braxton and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
Through all the world events since 1936, Culligan Water has continued to provide better, safer water with our filtration systems for homes and businesses. These days, as a designated essential business, Culligan's water professionals are standing by, ready to help.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows, and nothing's worked like my pillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or My Pillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The My Pillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the My Pillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
My Pillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on My Pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or My Pillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Govan Cars is having a huge markdown sale with many cars under $99.95 or $155 per month. Get a 2017 Dodge Journey for only $89.95 or 2011 Acura TL for only $99.95. Or how about a 2014 Ford C-Max for only $79.95. Just ask for Crystal the Pistol Govan to see our selection of vehicles under $99.95 at Govan Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Duracell Optimum will be right where you need them today, tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that, day after day. Packaging designed to make storage easier. Duracell Optimum.
Ganser has the answer.
Time right now is 6:50 and time for the morning sprint.
We start this morning with the latest on the state Supreme Court case challenging the Safer at Home order extension. We could see a ruling on that case as soon as today after the court heard arguments yesterday. If Republicans win, they want a 6-day stay of the order so they can work with the Evers administration on what comes next, meaning if Republicans win and get the stay, the earliest the order could be lifted would be around May 12th.
For the third day in a row, we're seeing a decline in the percentage of positive cases in Wisconsin. This is the most recent data from the DHS. There are now more than 8,600 confirmed cases, with 9% of tests coming back positive. That's down from 10% on Monday, 11% on Sunday. We need to see a significant 14-day downward trend to start the reopening process under Governor Evers' Badger Bounce Back Plan.
A new COVID-19 testing site will open today in one of the hardest hit counties in Wisconsin. Brown County officials say that the secondary site will open downtown Green Bay at the Casa Alba Melanie Hispanic Center. It'll offer drive-up tests with minimal contact between healthcare workers and patients. A similar test site opened at the Resch Center just this past Thursday. Nearly 1,500 people have been tested since.
Rock County has more than 300 confirmed cases of coronavirus and 9 deaths, but one city is seeing a disproportionate amount of cases. Beloit makes up 2/3 of the county's cases, despite only making up 1/4 of the county's population. The health department there says they should peak sometime in early June with a projected total of more than 3,500 cases.
Dane County's state of emergency will now run through at least July 15th. This makes the county eligible for state and federal funding to get reimbursed for what's being spent on the pandemic. Now, County Executive Joe Parisi says the county's already spent $20 million. Those funds are going to the homeless, farmers, food banks, small businesses, and contact tracers.
The Justice Department is filing its first fraud charges related to the Paycheck Protection Program. The FBI says 2 New England men claim to have dozens of employees on their payroll at 4 different businesses, but those businesses weren't operating before the pandemic started, and they didn't have salaried workers. The men are alleged to have requested a combined $535,000 in loans.
This morning, 15 kids are hospitalized in New York with symptoms of a rare illness that could be linked to coronavirus. Health officials say that the kids are between the ages of 2 and 15 and they all have symptoms of Kawasaki disease. It's a serious illness that comes with fever and skin rashes. Kawasaki can pop up weeks to months later after recovering from some kind of viral infection.
New information just into the newsroom this morning. The United Nations says the 1 billion people in the world with disabilities are among the hardest hit by the coronavirus. The organization requests that these folks have equal access to prevention and treatment. The UN says the pandemic is intensifying the inequalities that people with disabilities already face, like poverty and high rates of violence and abuse.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will participate in oral arguments today from the hospital. She was treated yesterday for a benign gallbladder issue. 87-year-old expects to be at Johns Hopkins for another day or two.
The presidential primary election in New York is back on this morning. A federal judge ruled the State Board of Elections acted unconstitutionally by canceling it last month. All qualifying candidates, including Bernie Sanders, will be returned to the ballot. This decision comes after former Democratic candidate Andrew Yang, along with a group of delegates, sued. The election will happen on June 23rd, as previously scheduled.
An update to our breaking news from yesterday morning. We're a couple hours away now from a news conference where town of Madison police are expected to give an update on a homicide. They're still searching for the person who shot and killed 48-year-old Antonio Shaw. It happened just before 10 p.m. Monday on Badger Lane near Badger Rock Middle School. Police believe it was targeted, but say the community should still be concerned and aware that the shooter is still out there.
A standardized testing requirement could be scrapped at all UW campuses except Madison. The UW system is expected to ask the Board of Regents to temporarily suspend that requirement for ACTs or SAT scores for the next 2 school years. The State Journal reports it's unclear whether UW-Madison requested an exclusion from that policy or if it was a UW system decision.
Teenagers in Wisconsin can now skip the behind-the-wheel driving test to get their license. They do need their parents' permission, though. The DMV's new program will help manage the nearly 80,000 license requests they currently have on backlog. Other requirements like driving hours are still in place. Anyone over the age of 18 still needs to take a road test.
6:55, let's take a look at your roads this morning across Madison. No crashes or delays to speak of. Your drive times, everything in the green. 67 miles an hour is the average speed on the Beltline this morning. If you're heading into downtown using John Nolan, you shouldn't have any issues. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast starts with mostly sunny skies across southern Wisconsin. We have temperatures down in the 30s early today, but it will be a quick warm up heading to highs in the mid-60s later on this afternoon. Expect winds from the northwest to stay relatively light today. Our weekend forecast has sunshine on Friday and Saturday, but boy, it's a chilly start to the weekend with highs only in the 40s on Friday. By Saturday and Sunday, we're back into the 50s, but there will be a chance for some rain showers on Mother's Day Sunday. Looking ahead then, some pretty cool nights for southern Wisconsin with an alert day in the forecast for Saturday morning. A hard freeze is possible here in southern Wisconsin.
Thanks, Hattie, and thank you for watching, folks. We'll be back tomorrow.